friends and acquaintances are the surest passport to fortune, meaning friends and acquaintances actually have always had their own necessity, fundamentality, criticality, importance, significance, worth, virtue, and other qualities in the world for the one another in one way or another. And there is nothing we can do to reverse this situation and this necessity of friends that we have in our lives, of also relationships and acquaintances and connections, for not only our happiness, but also for our growth, progress, learning, outside success, societal reputation, and public reputation, sovereign distinction as well. So, obviously, friends and acquaintances can be considered to have a lot of character, importance, significance, relevance, distinction about themselves in one way or another, and whether or not we're going to acknowledge, approve of, or attend to this idea, which is obviously necessary and fundamental in itself, is another matter, and that depends entirely upon our shoulders and relies upon our mindset, attitude. But friends and acquaintances are absolutely important at all points in time, and not just either the medieval or the ancient times, but also in the present. Friends and acquaintances are very important, and a friend is a soul inhabiting two bodies, and friendship is essentially a partnership, and the same can be said of love as well. And no one would choose a friendless existence, even if he had all the fortunes, possessions, successes, ambitions, fame in the world. So obviously, we cannot afford to have an existence that's devoid of friends and friendships and relations and acquaintances. We cannot afford to live without friends. Now, we can live in solitude for growth, progress, learning, freedom, achievement of qualities, development of mindset, accomplishment of virtues, talent, skills, knowledge, wisdom, intelligence, etc. But we cannot ultimately live without friends, because if we don't live without anybody, then who are we going to talk to, associate with, and communicate our thoughts and share our emotions, psychology, and state of mind with? And that's why we can live in solitude, which is good, productive, and even better than exposing ourselves or than living in society, public premises all the time. Because the more we contain ourselves, the more we live in solitude, the more basically deterioration we prevent, the more distinction, sovereignty, virtue we develop, we're able to secure, because solitude is both self-preservation and self-security for the individual, man and woman in the world. And it's also the refuge from trouble, adversity, criticism, opposition, rivalry, challenges, etc. So obviously we then again need friends. Without friends, our existence in life is going to become futile, meaningless, or purposeless.